Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. So John Boy here. Your West Tennessee hillbilly. How y'all doing tonight? Just thought I'd get on here and let y'all know I'm still alive. Still out here in this crazy world. It's the craziest world. Man. You knew what I was before you let me in. Where have we heard that before? What was it that was let in? Oh man, it's cold. You know, it's kind of crazy. Last Friday, we broke a record high. We hit 89 degrees. Saturday, we broke another record high. We hit 88 degrees. We had frost this morning. Oh yeah, I forgot. We had 15 inches of rain. I mean, this is so crazy. 11 miles south of me in Selmer, Tennessee, like 5 people got killed from a tornado. This weather's a weapon, y'all. Suspicious Skies, how you doing? Is that Michelle? How you doing? Yeah, man, they're sitting there. These skies get all geometrically shaped. And I watch them, man. They hit condensation at one cloud, and they'll string across to another set of clouds, and then the condensation ends. Yeah, I just leave it at that. Man, the YouTube algorithm is so crazy. Can't get away with saying anything hardly still. I mean, that's like, you know, I hate to bring it up, but man, I lost my license for no reason at all. Other than I tried to use my constitutional rights, like, you know, my First Amendment, my Fourth Amendment, my Sixth Amendment. Man, y'all, I can't hardly see anymore. I got my phone going on the chat. I've got chat pulled up here. I'm not doing anything special. I just thought I'd get on here and talk for a little bit. Trying to understand. You know, I had a long time ago at a laundromat in Jackson, Tennessee, this old man come up to me. And he was like, would you believe it if I told you I know how to do time travel? I'm like, well, I'm interested in hearing what you've got to say. And this guy explained to me that he was a half hour slow in time. Or he missed a half hour somehow. He's a half hour, how was it? I can't remember. And he went forward a half hour, but not in his time. He feels like he's still a half hour back. But explain to me what to do with some copper tubes, and you gotta point them. You gotta make you gotta insulate the tubes. You gotta dig a hole, like, I forgot how many inches deep now. I think it was like 8 to 13 inches. And then put those in, pointing north, south, east, west. And you can stand over it, and it's some sort of energy point. But anyhow, he was pretty cool. He was an old dude. I listened to him. It brought me up to this crazy contraption of a chair with copper rings going around it, sitting on top of that copper X. I'm about crazy, ain't I? Let it out now, man. I'm chilling out, man. I'm learning how to cope with life. Poor old truck sitting over there, dust all over it. They just don't know what they're in for when I do get my license. Oh, man. I got a guy that's willing to drive my truck, so I think I'm gonna let him do that, because they're looking to pull that truck over, regardless if it's violating any kind of moving law or vehicle, like taillights or anything. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm targeted, man. I'm targeted because I believe in the truth. That's so crazy to try to stand up for what you believe in. And, I go to a court of law and the judge asks me if I'm innocent or guilty, and I say, well, I'd like to enact my Sixth Amendment right. And he didn't even know what that was, and that's part of court proceedings, speedy process, right to representation, right to jury trial. You're a judge, you're sitting behind a bench in a courtroom. Do you not know what the Sixth Amendment is? Oh, well, you can't have that kind of court in traffic. You can't have a jury or representation because there's no fear of jail time. I didn't open my mouth. I kept my mouth shut, but I thought, you know what? I guarantee if I wasn't standing here on this date at this time in front of that judge because of this ticket, there would be a bench warrant issued for me and I would be hauled to jail. So this guy's a crock of shit, and somehow or another he got my license suspended because he didn't like the fact I knew my constitutional rights better than he did as a judge. Aren't judges lawyers before they're judges? I'd hate to have been the client of that mother. See, I kept it nice. I didn't cuss. I don't think I've cussed one bit yet, have I? 7 Spalding, how you doing? Yeah, I was trying to watch. I missed your live by evidently 9 minutes or something. It said it uploaded 9 minutes ago. I was over there, I was lurking in Super Dave's. I don't know about that anti-Trinity thing. I mean, I understand where the guy's coming from, and it probably makes sense. Everybody's reality is different. There's no two realities that are the same. So, in that reality, what he's saying makes sense. I can see it. Don't mean I have to believe that reality, but I mean, maybe that's a piece that he painted a picture of. That's probably a reality. But here we are. West Texas, Danielle, how you doing out there? Y'all, excuse me, I'm tired, man. Like I told my boss, I did too much work today. I did. I get tired of working for peanuts. I'm sick of it. I had a car. It was on Friday when it got hot. I mean, it was probably over 94 degrees in that paint booth. And I've been used to spraying, like 68 degrees if that, warm. I don't like keeping the shop that hot. But I forgot about, when it's hot, that clear gets thinner. And man, I was painting from like behind the front tires to in front of the back tires. There's a four-door, what was that thing? A Traverse. I ran the second pass. I started at the top at the door sill, the window. I made my first pass in the front door all the way back to the quarter panel middle of the window. Made my second pass, and then I realized, the air compressor was kind of low. So I went back in there about 10 minutes later to look, and man, the second pass ran. It just run all down the side about 6 inches. From where I started to where I stopped, all the way down the whole side. And it even ran behind the door handle where it recesses. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't get mad, I didn't cuss. Because I've been, no matter how bad the luck is, I've been thanking God for it. Thank you, God. Thank you for the bread landing butter side down. Thank you for that. Because it's like 10 out of 10. It's a never miss. Y'all gotta excuse me. I've had enough of it. I guess y'all are doing your howdy doos out there. I haven't been paying attention. I mean, I try to look at the chat. But usually I just sit here and I've gone way deep somewhere and I'm just thinking. I'm replaying parts of my day and what I'm talking about because I can see it in my mind. Oh man, I don't know what to do anymore, y'all. The truth hurts. The truth makes your life a living hell. I mean, it really does. I hate to say it like that, but man, the more you're about truth and honesty and love, the worse crap gets thrown at you. I mean, and I guess I said this the last time, man. I've fallen into a bottomless pit before and hit bottom, and the only way out is with a shovel. You gotta dig your way out of the bottomless pit. But it's bottomless, no matter how far you dig. When you're at the bottom of a bottomless pit. Does that make any sense? But yeah. Yeah, little squirrely squirrel, she got to where if I give her a peanut, man, she attacks my hands. I'm just glad she's got a peanut in her mouth. Her little claws, they prick, but she don't do it too bad anymore. We kind of figured it out. But there's some days I don't see her, but the majority of the time I see her every morning. I can't say I do see her every morning, but I see her at least four times a week in the morning, and if I can get home soon enough before the sun starts setting, I can see her some more. That little squirrel loves me. It's just crazy. She's wild though. She's living back in the nest that she came out of. But man, that tree is dead. It's on, and we've been getting like 60-mile-an-hour winds and junk. But I got other squirrels, man. They're getting close to me, and I'm throwing them peanuts. And I got birds, man. They don't care if I'm there or not. They land on limbs beside me. They let me walk by them. It's crazy. I got a possum that comes through at night and cleans up what the birds didn't eat. Man, y'all, I spend every 2 weeks, I buy like 40 pounds of sunflower seeds. What is that? 25 pounds of peanuts. And what, 35 pounds of wild bird feed. I got dove, I got cardinal, I got all sorts of different woodpeckers, and I haven't seen any mockingbirds or blue jays. But I've got birds that look like they belong in, like, well, no bird belongs caged up, but they look like pet shop kind of birds. Oh, how many people we got out there? 7. Woohoo! We got 7 people in the chat. How y'all doing? Hey, hit the like and subscribe. This portion of John Boy is brought to you by the Hideaway Ashtray. It's a cool little deal. Hey, I put a short up on it. Y'all go check it out. I even used that, well, I didn't use the short, but I used the video to put a review out on it. The short's kind of cool, though, I think. Maybe not. Who knows? Oh, man. I just don't know what to do anymore, y'all. I'm not going to drive, and the only reason I'm not, because it's kind of against the law, but they hadn't bothered me in the past. I got a little dog that depends on me getting home and letting her out, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, I'm going to be quiet. I know the po-po's watching my channel right now. Hello, Henderson City Police Department. How y'all doing? Hello, Officer Cook. Assistant Chief Crow. How y'all doing out there? And that daggum Justin Trudeau looking traffic judge. So I scared him, man. I'd scare him. And he got scared and did a little sissy, I'm trying not to use a cuss word. I might use crap. I might use MF'er. And mother might come out of my mouth. But I'm just saying, man, I've had it. Hey, but on another note, I've got a mouse, and that's why, I've got a tobacco plant going. It's a yellow curly. I don't know if that's a Virginia yellow curly or what. But it happened to my other Havana tobacco plant, but inside the house at night, this little son of a gun, I sit there and eat a tobacco leaf. That little joker, I got a mouse that's chewing tobacco. Man, hey, suspicious skies, I'd really like to believe that. But for 46 years, I've been praying for the bad luck to disappear, and it hasn't yet, so I know what's on my horizon. So that's why I just don't care. I really don't, man. I mean, it's Groundhog Day every day, man. I just get up, do the same thing. The only reason I know it ain't a work day is my alarm doesn't go off 2 days out of the week. And I'm always up before my alarm anyhow. Well, hell, most of the time I'm probably taking a nap right about now. Listening to 7, I'll just trance on out. And then I'll get up and I'll replay back to where I could remember. Y'all just don't know. I've been going for, man, y'all know I'm kind of getting old. I'm kind of getting up there in age. I'm older than 7. But I've been getting around like I'm 18. In my mind, I'm 18, so I'm jumping. I mean, I can flat foot jump up on top of a 55-gallon barrel, you know what I mean? I can stand beside it, and I can sit there and jump and get on top of it. And I can jump off that sucker, it doesn't hurt. I can jump out of the back of trucks, you know? I'm still 18 in my mind. So I've been using my body like that, right? But here lately, I've been realizing, man, I'm getting kind of really tired. And I think it's because I'm just overusing this old, wore-out human meat suit that I've been having to wear for 56 years. It's been through the ringer. I'll tell you what, man, there's scars all over this thing. I got dental records of my ex-wife on my back. Same ex-wife bit my bottom lip off. Well, I mean, it was still hanging. It wasn't all the way off. Dr. Lim in Little Rock, Arkansas, she was a good doctor. Man, she sewed my lip on the whole time I was talking. I go, do I need to shut up? And she goes, well, I go, I just found it interesting. She was like, I can't even remember. She was Oriental. She wasn't from China. But she was cool. Yep. And somehow, my wife attacks me, bites my lip off. She goes to jail, and later on, I get arrested for assaulting her, and I never touched her. This is crazy, man. She bit my lip off, man, and I went to call 911. She ripped the phone out of the wall. This back before cell phones. And then I went to go out the door, and she barred the door with her body and said, you're not gonna leave out of here and get me in trouble. I go, I ain't worried about getting you in trouble. I'm holding my lip up on my face. I'm like, I'm not worried about getting you in trouble. I'm worried about getting my lip back on my face. That was crazy, man, when I looked in the mirror. Good times, yeah. I love it. Hey, I'll tell you when that was. That's when they landed that first thing on Mars, the Pathfinder or whatever it's called. Live televise of that. That was when that stuff happened. I was sitting there, look, man, it's a long story. Me and my ex were kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, except for I wasn't doing any crimes. I was just wanted for driving offenses. Stupid crap. And I'm like, fuck y'all. And I just, fuck probation. That's just how I was back in the day. Fuck y'all. Fuck probation. Fuck you. Oh, I cussed. I'm sorry. When I start talking about legal stuff, I've got post-traumatic stress disorder due to daggum law enforcement, for real. Yeah, I know, everybody gets to laughing when I tell true stories. Man, like one time, it ain't nothing like going down a back road, coming into a corner that's like 90 degrees. I'm in a 79 Trans Am T-tops. Start turning in the corner, next thing you know, your wife done grabbed the ignition key, turned it to lock, and pulled it out. And you don't make the corner, and you go off the deep embankment down into the woods. And she gets out of the car and says, it's your problem now. Yep. There wasn't no getting back up on the road. It was like 8 foot above me, you know what I mean? So I had to walk through the woods and figure out what was the best, what trees I could run over and not really tear the car up too bad. And I got that sucker out of there through the woods. The car went through some stuff. And then, I let her drive one time. Same curve, but going the other way. She just all of a sudden in the middle of turning left, turned right. And we went off that daggone road, driver's side sliding, toward the direction we're going. There's a telephone pole coming up. And I'm over on the passenger side, and I'm watching this telephone pole come up, and I'm like, oh shit. I reach over there and I grab that steering wheel and I start cranking that steering wheel to the left real hard. And it made the front end, I don't know how it did it. But that telephone pole spun around behind the mirror on the door, and it never touched the door. And I went back and looked, and it looks like 4 skid marks went through the pole. I don't know how it did it, man. And I give God credit for that. There is a God. There truly is a great creator of everything, but don't get me started on this world religion stuff they got going on. What? I can't read it over there, I can't read it over here. Damn. Went to jail for 3 days, man. That's screwed up. But that's what I'm saying, man. Everything's crazy. Everything's just bonkers. And the bad thing about where I'm at, there's this big college called Freed-Hardeman, right? And it's like a big Masonic cult, this town. And nobody, it don't matter how much civil rights you get violated, and this is what I found out. I've been investigating. You can't get a lawyer to defend you in this county whatsoever. They've got a do not touch. Lawyers cannot defend you in this county. If the cops say you did something, you're gonna be found guilty. You cannot get a lawyer to help you. They've got a do not, help citizens thing, because it's a daggum Masonic town, man. Everything in this town is Henderson, Tennessee. Look at it, Google it. Just saying, it's a Masonic town. Look up Freed-Hardeman. That's the college. And check this out. Dude got a traffic ticket, and the cop followed him. This is crazy. This cop followed dude for 10 miles. Dude pulls into his driveway because he was going home from work. He pulls into his driveway, and the cop hit the lights. He didn't have a driver's license. Well, somehow or another, all right, down here in Henderson, this Chester County, he went to court. This is where it happened at, right? Somehow, I was talking to him at work today, and he was like, somehow Chester County is tied in with Madison County. I go, what do you mean? And I can't remember exactly what he said, but I'm like, because they charged him $1,100 court cost. I'm like, all right, there's something going on. He goes, yeah, it sounds kind of fishy, don't it? And I'm like, yeah, something ain't right here. And I said, well, do this. I said, the court was in Chester County, right? He goes, yeah. I go to Madison County Circuit Court clerk and pay that. You know what I mean? There is a scam going on somehow. I don't understand, because it should go, like city, county, state, not, city, county, county. It just, so He's got people looking into that right now. And he's mad too, because, I mean, he couldn't find a lawyer that would defend him on a traffic stop. Because that cop hauled him for 10 miles, that's stalking. The cop knew he didn't have a driver's license because he ran the tags. But he didn't do anything wrong, no lights out, no nothing, no speeding, nothing. And got pulled over in his own driveway. That's my kind of luck. Damn. You got some luck too, don't you, Suspicious? Yeah. I got assaulted. I went with my boss to the liquor store so he could cash a check. And the liquor store owner assaulted me. And I went to sue him, and I was able to sue, but because the judge, how did this work? The owner of the liquor store's son is who assaulted me. He was like co-owner, right? But the owner was a female, and she rode her Harley Davidson with the sheriff. And she was good friends with the sheriff of the county. And I guess the judge was good friends with the sheriff and the owner of the liquor stores, being it was the only liquor store in the whole county. Yeah. So anyhow, everything's said and done, you know, look, you can get hot coffee spilt in your lap at McDonald's and get millions of dollars, but when you get basically like a lineman from, you know, a big-ass lineman from a football team, sits there and bum rushes you and straight arms your head into you know, those hydraulic doors, you know, them big heavy glass doors for stores, and smashes the glass out with the person's head being pushed with the arm. And you wind up standing outside the store going, what the hell just happened? It was like being in a car wreck. But I was still standing. And that kind of, you know, that do me. But anyhow, I won. I didn't win enough to pay the medical bills, man. Daggum, you know, the lawyer gets a third right off the top. And then the lawyer makes sure that his, expenses are another third, and then you get a third. So the lawyer gets 2/3. Yeah. Charged me $400 for the medical records that I went, paid $20 for, and drove 110 miles to Memphis to give them to him at his office. He charged me $400 for me doing that. He said he did it in his Hummer. And I'm like, dude, you need to get a gas mileage card, but you didn't do it. I told that lawyer right there in his office, you're a liar. I went and got that. I paid $20 for the records. I drove the 110 miles down here to hand them to you, and you're going to charge me $400 for that? You know how much 220 miles worth of gas cost? God. But anyhow, that's just how it is, right? That's how life's supposed to be. Just, just crazy like that. But yeah, and this is the season out here. This is the time of year that I caught them screams during live streams. Except it was a lot warmer than this in April. This day I'm like, we're gonna get another frost tonight. I had to cover up. I got some gooseberries going. Got some black raspberry, wild black raspberries. Man, them things so good. Let's see what else I have going. I'm trying to get some tobacco going. You know how everybody's like, end times you need bargaining, you need gold so you can sit there. Man, you need tobacco and alcohol because there's going to be people wanting tobacco. You know what I'm saying? I'm fixing to chop down some trees. I'm thinking about video. I don't know. I should have done this in the beginning, but I'm thinking about videoing me chopping down some trees and building not a smokehouse, but a tobacco barn. But I do want to use a fire cure, and I want to use black walnut to fire cure it. I think that'll give it a good taste. Yep. Man, it sounds like I ran out of music. I don't know what happened now. Am I still live? Huh. I don't know why it stopped. It's still showing it's playing. But it ain't doing anything. Oh man, so how y'all been doing? Man, I've got drones and stuff. I just haven't. I got a telescope. I got night vision. Man, it's been too cold. And I just got too much other stuff on my plate to be. What was that? My neighbor blew himself up last Saturday. I was sitting there on the computer, and I heard. I was like, well, it was about as loud as a shotgun going off next door, right? So I ran out and I looked. Joe was over there yelling, fire, fire. And all I could see was fire, like 20 foot, 15, 20 foot in the air. It was big. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to get burned out. But he managed to get it out. I was fixing to go, I ain't talked to that dude since I put that kitten in his hands. 5:30 in the morning. He's telling me, that ain't my cat. I go, it's your cat now. And I ain't talked to him since, man. He's, ugh. That's a true narcissist. I watched that dude go through, 4 different dogs. He got this dog's gonna stay by my side all the time. This dog's never gonna leave my side the rest of his life. This dog and me are gonna be buddies forever. A month later, he's got another little dog, and the one that was never gonna leave his side is put on a chain and forgotten about. That next one, this near's it. This is the one that's gonna be by my side. It's be by my side forever. I mean, it's the same old storyline, right? About a month later, that one's put on a chain. There's a new one. This here's really gonna be by my side forever. And then, a month later, same old. Oh shit! What the hell just happened? Am I still alive? But yeah. I don't have my phone on all chat. Be sure not to be on top message or whatever. Put it on all message. Oh shit. I about fell out of this daggone chair. I've only been sitting in the stool since 2000 and... When did I get this stool? Man, I've had this stool almost 20 years. That's a long time, man. Don't seem that long. Seems like I've only had this thing for a couple years. Yeah, time, man. Time is all screwed up. I just don't understand what's going on with time. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. There's not enough time in the day anymore to get anything done. And everything in this reality is working against me. It's what it feels like. Or either that, or I'm just losing control of my hands. I don't know, man. Fuck, I'm getting old. Ooh, I didn't mean to say a cuss word again. But oh man, I got a lot of stuff I need to do. But I sure need a driver's license to do it. I need to get some building material. I need to cut down these trees so I can grow the tobacco. I got sugar cane. I haven't even germinated yet. Man. Well, thanks for the 5x5. Oh yeah, the chemicals they add to the tobacco. Look, I got a lot of lambs that are growing, or not, what do you call it, not lambs here. What do you call that? The second year it grows the stalk up. Mullen? Is it mullen? Man, I figure if that stuff's growing good, tobacco grow good where it's growing. But man, we got washed out. I'm talking about washed out, man. I've done, I don't know, I planted a bunch of poppies. You know, I did a little wild kind of seeding, you know what I mean, like Johnny Appleseed. So I was putting tobacco seeds here and there and this and that, but man, this rain. We got in the last, I guess, 2 weeks, 30 inches of rain. For real. Or 3, I don't know. We had one rain thing, we got 15 inches, and then we just got another 15 inches. And I guarantee you everything will dry out so fast, because I believe they're using, I don't know, the moisture is just absorbing somewhere. I don't know where it's going. Oh man. The stagnant bar still gets a little uncomfortable after a while. Still rocking the old Trans Am mug, man. That thing keeps your coffee hot. Gots to have my coffee. I got, check this out. I bought coffee seeds, right? They sent me what looks like poppy seeds or marigold seed. All seeds look about like little black, not all seeds, but you know what I mean. The majority of seeds are little black seeds. But when I get little black seeds like that and they try to tell me it's coffee, I know they're lying because, you know, a coffee bean is the seed. It's not a little black speck of like grain of sand seed. It's a coffee bean size coffee bean. And it's gotta be green, it can't be dried out. And these people argued with me that just plant it. I'm like, no, this is not a coffee bean. But I even sent them pictures from their website that showed the coffee bean. Same thing happened with the ginseng. I was supposed to get ginseng seeds. Oh, and then I was supposed to get frankincense seeds, and I don't know what they sent me there. And then the wild plum seeds. Yeah, come on. And then these other seeds that I thought, okay, these are probably what they say they are. Well, they turn out they're not a poppy, they're some sort of vine that's got heart-shaped leaves, and I'm like, man, I done wild seeded some of these out just everywhere, and I don't remember exactly where. I figure I'd see. So I don't know, I might have caused a overtake, you know, some sort of invasive plant. And I've spread it everywhere on my property and don't remember where because I thought it was something else. Yeah, you gotta watch it. Man, why can't I see anymore? No, I don't watch MBB3. I don't care to. I can't sit there and put stuff out knowing what it is and then acting like I don't. I mean, I don't know. This whole algorithm, this whole YouTube, this whole internet thing is just it's screwed up. They keep everybody, they got it figured out. They got a group of us over on this side doing this, that, and the other, and sometimes they tie others into us or us into them, however. It's all a big game. Nothing, ow, I'm getting a cramp in my leg. Nothing really matters, really, other than you're either good or you're evil, one or the other. I mean, the Bible says God knows your heart. But I just, my whole problem with this religion thing is, well, I don't know if I should say it or not. Should I say it? My problem is, and I think about it. All right, look at it like this. You work at a job and you got a good boss and you enjoy working for that boss. You know what I'm saying? You'll do extra because the boss is who he is. But if you got a boss that sits there and tells you, I demand you to give me respect. I demand you to do everything I say. You know, if you got a boss that has to demand you to do stuff, then you've got a boss that's telling you don't have a choice. But I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. I guess all I'm trying to say is, and I hate to be this way, but man, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up right now. I don't want to piss anybody off. But I think what we have going on here, because I swear, man, it's like the good and evil in the religious realm of the storyline. It's like Democrat, Republican, two wings of the same bird. I think we've really been lied to. I mean, big time lied to. Yeah. Yep. I think, I don't know, man. You know, the beginning and the end, the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega. What if AI is just reinventing itself from the inside? Or is that the outside? Who knows? The snake eating its tail, what happens when it's done, you know? What happens? It just, an infinity loop. I don't know. There's all sorts of crazy stuff in this world and in other dimensions, and that's the whole deal, man. I don't get it. All these religious people, and they can't believe that there's other dimensions with evil, with evil working into this dimension from those dimensions, and that there's machinery and devices on this physical plane of existence that helps bring in that other dimension or dimensions. I don't know, man. One of these days, I bet, man, I don't know, man. Where I went to when I died that time was not what I expected. I mean, it was nothing like what was written in the Bible. I know I wasn't in hell because there was too much living love. I mean, it was crazy how that was. But yeah. And then I wound up back down here. I could feel, though, when I was there, I could feel, I didn't know what I left behind, but I knew I left something behind. And this was a new beginning. You know what I mean? It was weird. And I was like, man, this ain't so bad. And I went to turn around because, man, I was cradled in somebody's arms, man. And they loved me. They loved me more than anything in the world. And I was like, I wonder who this is. I went to turn around, and at the same time, I was thinking, this ain't so bad. And next thing I know, I'm tumbling 189 feet down the road. Yep. Been here, I mean, that happened 2003. Good time, good time. First day of summer. Huh. You know what? I need to. Can I change anything here? If I pop that out, no, I'm not gonna pop that out. Super Dave 44, how you doing out there? Yeah, I was just chilling out, just talking. I haven't been on here in a while. And I really hate getting on here because they gather any information of my thoughts and everybody else's. They're trying to figure us out. If they can figure us out, they can get ahead of us, you know. And I don't know how far behind the chat is, but I know how far the video is I'm watching the chat on. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy out there. And I got this family that's been helping me out. So I pay them every day. Well, at the end of the week, I give them full amount. I mean, they're on the way to work anyhow. I work the same place the dude works at. And they only live like 2 miles down the road from me. So it ain't like they're going out of the way, but man, they don't have to do it. You know what I mean? Like I gave them just to drive me to Henderson, and I had to do some laundry, and they had to do some stuff anyhow. So I called a ride and did my laundry, and I gave them $20 because why not? They didn't have to do that, but they're helping me out. You know what I mean? So I gotta say, man, I appreciate them. But yeah, what? Yeah, I got people that I'll never work for again. One of them's name is Rudy Quarles. Man, I've gotten to a point I'm starving to death, and I know I can go down there and ask him if I can do something for a day. And I was like, no. There is no way. I've already said I would never. and I'm gonna hold my word. I'll never, ever rely on that man for anything ever. I saw him a year after I quit. He's like, "Hey, Johnny," and I turned and looked and saw who it was and kept on walking. I didn't say a word to him. I just acted like he thought I was somebody he knew. You know what I mean? I just turned and looked at him like, "Who are you, stranger?" When I'm done, I'm done. Hey, that ain't bad. God's the same way, right? When he's done with somebody, he's done with them. Look at me. He's been done with me for a while. He's like, "Yeah, I've had enough of that John boy. Now it's time to make him my court jester, so I can just laugh at him all the time. Cause pain and misery. Allow the devil to do his thing." I'm serious, it's crazy. I feel sorry for old Job. Exactly, Super Dave, and that's the problem. That's the boss I got right now. And the whole problem I've got right now is for every hour I'm working, he makes $50 per hour from my work, but I don't even make half of that. You know what I mean? So look, I don't, and he's got this other thing. He don't want anybody let me get it straight. Business hours are 8 to 5, right? You get an hour lunch. He does not want me taking my hour lunch at 4 o'clock so I can leave and go home early. So I'm taking lunch at 3:59, clock back in at 4:59, and then clock out at 5 just to prove a point. Show how ridiculous it is that I cannot leave and go home at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I put in 8 hours, why can't I leave at 4? You know? Excuse my language, but it just pisses me off, man. Man, I pissed him off because, and he knows, and I've explained to him. And I told him, I go, "I don't care if you're the owner of this company and you're my boss. I'm gonna do what I want. You know, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna do it how I want to do it." I said, "Have I ever not done anything that you asked me to do?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Well then, there's nothing to worry about. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, but you know, you don't own me, basically." See, before that, the day before that, man, I was, money gets tight. And he usually lends out money, but I don't know what his problem was this time. He was acting like a you-know-what. And he goes, "Do you expect me to pay all your..." What it was is I had a bill coming up a day before payday, you know what I mean? And I needed to pay the bill, but I didn't have the money to pay the bill because payday is a day later, you know. "Oh, I'm a day late and $1 short." You know, the story of my life, right? So he goes, "You expect me to pay all your bills?" And I just looked at him and I go, "Why do you respond?" Because my wife, it's just ignorant ass, stupid arguing like bull crap. And he said that. I looked at him and I go, "Why do you respond like a woman would?" And I was thinking about how like a wife, I've had, never mind, I ain't getting into all that again. That pissed him off. He shut that shop down. He locked it down. I couldn't get in the next morning. I went in there, I said, "Hey, the shop's locked. I need to get in there and finish that job." He goes, "The shop's closed down. We're out of business on the shop." I'm like, "Dude, I need to finish that car I'm working on." See, I always keep it about work. I never argue about anything work related, And And I think, and all this is about how much I'm paid. I'm not paid enough. So anyhow, and that's the whole other kicker. When I was down in Alabama, I decided when I get back to Tennessee, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to start doing mobile body shop like I used to do and hit all these used car lots. There's so many of them. I can make a paycheck a day doing it myself, going to car lots instead of working 40 hours for 5 days and making what I can do in one day. You know what I mean? And I can do that 5 days a week. I can make 5 paychecks in 1 week. But what do I come home to? I come home to a letter in the mail saying my license is getting suspended due to lack of medical misinformation. Really? Really? So anyhow, that's just how it is. That's the story of a hillbilly, you know what I mean? And it's cold as crap out here. I gotta turn these lights back on. I had to take the tobacco out of the house. I was telling that story earlier, so the mouse don't get a hold of it tonight. I think that mouse is addicted to chewing tobacco. That stuff's got like milky sap. And the leaves, man, y'all remember, well, no, it's from, when was that? The 80s? They had these little, I don't know what they were. They were made out of like some sort of silicone something. And you could throw them up against the window and they'd crawl down it. They used to advertise them on TV a lot. But that's what the leaves feel like, one of them things. Yeah, I'm gonna grow me some tobacco. I'm gonna sell some John Boy cigars. No, I'm joking. But I thought about making a special cigar and naming it the Joe Rogan and give it to him as a gift. See if I can get me some airtime. No. Hey, it ought to be good. I'm gonna ferment, I'm gonna do it like you're supposed to do it. I done researched it. Hell, I built my own medieval book, man. Leather embroidered, embossed, I did all sorts of stuff. That's the first book I ever made. Turned out pretty cool. Man, that daggum, hang on, let me see if I can change something up for a second. Not really. What in the world? That's everything. Yeah, let's leave it like it was. Oh man, y'all look, it's like, what time is it? 9:24. I didn't even think about eating today or this afternoon. But look, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate y'all showing up. Well, I'm not too far behind. I was looking at it on my phone over there. It looks like I'm probably 20 seconds behind from what I'm really doing. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all showing up. And until next time, this is your daggum hillbilly from West Tennessee saying I'll see y'all later.